Play the old one then. Okay, here we go. Shh.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the old dot
helped
N
Daniel
dot
get
E
out the
dot
lion's
period.
den. He helped Gilligan get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to the children? Why you lying to the children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been the best. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the best. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manodas. By my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, would not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he farted. He threw into the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to debate lead. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. Really give me up. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Mito got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, I'm dope and wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, Death by cut, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I been there. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the best. Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. Stepping on everything, nigga. Metaphorically.
Yeah! Lions is in the building. Get out your feelings. You heard what I said? Get out your feelings, because the Lions is in the building. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Welcome to the Lions Den. My name is JJ 7000, and I'm here to present a couple of brothers, man, that's going to bring you some powerful information. But you know what I got to do before I get into that? I got to introduce the queen of the Lions Den, Sister Karima. Go ahead.
How you doing? Please hit the like. You got like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Appreciate you tuning in.
All right, man. Hey, yesterday's show was very powerful, man. Them two brothers got it in. They checked in and got it in, and then, but somebody had to come on top, and the people spoke. You see what I'm saying? It was a close one. It was like 53 to 42% of the votes, which is pretty good for a visitor to come into the audience and get 42% of the vote. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know the Lions Den is Judah Nazareth's second home. And, with me being a universal type of person that I am, I'm trying to make it this home for everybody. OSB, Muslim, whoever you is, atheist, because this platform is unbiased. Am I saying that right? Yeah, unbiased. We're not biased over here. Everybody can have a voice, but don't get mad if your information gets challenged. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to the Creator Gang for showing up in huge numbers, man. Shout out to the Torah Knights. You know, and man, I'm telling you, a lot of people in my inbox, man, that was one of the best debates they've seen in a while. You know, even though we had old Frankie Fingers over there trying to sabotage his debate, because I got it on camera. He did call the man, say, tell me, hey man, don't go over there and do the debate. He's like, I already did it. He said, oh, I didn't see it. Yeah, you was watching. Cut it out. Cut it out. Tell me, I can get you Zion Lex. Bro, just get him Zion Lex. Get him Tazariot. Get him Jabari. We don't care, but don't try to sabotage nothing over here. The hell's wrong with you, man? But like I said, man, hey, y'all see this? This is a preliminary. We got Andrew, the student, in the building, going against the Lions Den People's Champ, Tacori Tko Dawson. Now, these brothers, they supposed to debate a while back, and so I kind of messed up the title because I was going off what I think they was going to talk about last time. But I think they're going to change it up. I think it's going to be like, did the Torah come from the laws of Maat? I don't know, but we're going to let these brothers get into it. So before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let the brother Andrew, the student, introduce himself, tell everybody where they can find you. And, we're going to go from there. Go ahead, Aki.
Yo, what it do? Andrew the student, a.k.a. Andrew the Great. I go by the student because I'm learning. I'm going to continue to learn until they throw dirt on me. You know what I mean? That's what this whole journey is about. It's about just learning more and more, and that's what I'm on. You can find me on Instagram at Andrew Hunt Numbers, or on Facebook at Andrew Hunt, or TikTok, Andrew Goes Hard. You know what I mean? So rock with your boy. Represent for Big Kemet, but I got major respect for the Hebrews. You know what I mean? That's who I chill with in my section. So what's up?
All right. And you know what I'm saying? We got the Lions Den People's Champ in the building. I'm talking about the Tacori TKO Dawson. How he got the name was TKO Dawson, one of the first debates I seen him in. I mean, he just beat the brakes off Sabio. It was bad. It was brutal. And Sabio ain't recovered ever since. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? Sabio, you ain't been the same since. You've been bitter. You've been upset. You've been scared. You've been trolling. It's going to get better for you. Come on home into this truth. You're going to be all right. Go ahead, Corey. Unmute your mic, family.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, sir.
Dang. Okay. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the Lions Den. Shout out to JJ 7000 and Karima. Shout out to my future opponent. Yeah, I hope this just be. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Not only just that, but you can also. I have a book coming out. I have 2 books coming out. One called Vessel, and another one is called Red Case. Be on the lookout for those books. I will be dropping a link and stuff when a book is finished and when a book is published. And yeah, I'm ready to get this show on the road.
All right, man. Yeah, at least you don't take no 6-7 years to put out a book. I remember Garfield was talking about his book was coming out, goddamn, in 2017. It took him about 6-7, but it might take some time, man. So I ain't even gonna knock it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we got some talented young brothers on the panel, and these brothers are gonna build and see if they can come up with a topic for a debate. So y'all go ahead, brothers, whoever want to talk first, and kind of set the tone and premise of or what they think about the situation as far as the information, or the 10 Commandments or the Torah come from Maat. The brother Andrew, the student, I think he's leaning toward that way, and the brother TKO Dawson is saying something different. But before y'all do that, y'all got, I don't know if y'all gonna say Torah or the 10 Commandments. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, we spoke earlier. And he made a lot of good points. He made a lot of good points about how we should probably expand it from just the 10 Commandments and make it more about the Torah. And I spoke to him about expanding it from Mayat to Kemet, because I can do that. The 10 Commandments come from Mayat. That's simple for me. But if we're gonna say 10 Commandments or the Torah came from Mayat, I can't. That's a bad argument, and I wouldn't make that argument. But I would make the argument that the Torah comes from Kemet. And I wouldn't use the word plagiarize either. I would say influence. It's just a natural thing that took place, and I feel like I can prove it. And I feel like if we're being real and not just trying to hold our points, not just trying to hold our high ground, if we're gonna really be reason with each other, I feel like I can win them over to my side of the argument. Mr. TKO. He may have a delay.
Something going on because timing is
Yeah,
everything.
well,
You gotta be,
I know for a fact, as somebody who
hold on for a second. Tacori, do you have your YouTube on? You might need to come out of that and
no,
just
I don't have my
be on.
YouTube.
Okay, all right, go
No,
ahead,
I'm not
bro.
on YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
what I was saying is I know for a fact that Kemet is not influenced. Kemet does not influence the Torah. That's appealing to authority. That's appealing to authority. That's a logical fallacy. Like I said, in order for you to say that we influence, that means it have to be from you. It can't be from nobody else before you. You know what I'm saying? Which means you have to come up with it first. If you want to talk about thou shalt not kill, you have to show how your people was the first ones to not kill anybody. Because if you're not the first ones to do it, it's not yours. And if you're not the first one to do it, and if it's not yours, you can't be influencing that particular culture. But a culture influenced you that you claim that influence us, meaning on a primary level, we ain't influenced by you. That's based off, and that's just using your your logic. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what influence is. In order to influence somebody, you got to come with it first. You got to show us how Kemet was the first people to not steal, to on their mothers and their fathers. You have to show how Kemet was the first people to not lie and do those other things. And you have to have primary source dates from the ancient people themselves, and not from people that came thousands of years ago to claim when a text was written or when a concept was established without no primary source evidence. Now, primary sources contain of first-hand accounts, which means it could be a first-hand account from the people themselves, an eyewitness account of the nation that experienced things about Egypt in that particular time period, artifacts. What else? What else? Artifacts, ancient texts from the people themselves, and etc. If you can't do that, then you can't prove that Torah is influenced by Kemet. Now I'll debate you on is the Torah influenced by Kemet? You know what I'm saying? But is gonna get real bad. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real bad. I'm talking about uh is this debate would not be for kids. It would
You
not be
can't
for kids.
put them to
It would
sleep.
just be TVMA. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? TV mature, 17 and older,
mm.
because you're gonna have to show that our Bible did that, and you're gonna have to show with primary source dates, which mean from the Kemetic scribes themselves, not from no source on the internet that say 2400 BC, because we know they wasn't talking about BC back then. So, and that's commentary about that's actually commentary, by the way. Commentary is like when it comes to historical standpoint, commentary is pretty much information that is said about the ancestors that the ancestors didn't say themselves, which means those dates don't hold no weight until you provide it in an ancient text. I'm done.
All right, hold on real quick. Now the brother said you're gonna have to put the kids to bed early. What's that little stuff they give them to put them to sleep? I forget what they do when you want to be with your lady friend and the kids still. She said, well, I'm gonna give them some of that. What's the name of that
Melatonin.
Korean? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go get them some. Y'all gonna have to give the kids some melatonin. You hear
Yeah.
me? This debate go down. Go ahead, Andrew.
Nah, I like him. I like the way he talk. I wish he had facts. If he was standing on facts, he'll be so much stronger. You know what I mean? But he starts off with a bad example. I mean, he starts off with flawed logic. If your foundation is flawed logic, I feel like it's gonna get really bad for you. But like I said, in this community, there's a lot of people that even though they know they wrong, they're fighting.
Uh, you breaking
I
up,
know you
fam.
probably
Oh, there you go.
somebody was calling my phone. My bad.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
You
I
can hear
hate
me
when
now.
that happens.
Yeah. But I was saying, so let's start with his first thing he said. He talked about I would have to prove that the Egyptians, that Kemet was the first people to say thou shalt not kill. That would have to be true for what I'm saying to be true. Look how flawed that is. It's this what because what I'm speaking about is proximity. I know you know what that word means. It's all about location. Now, if I'm in Kemet and I come up with a law, and then somebody in Australia comes up with the same law, then hell no, I didn't influence them. We are separated by a big body of water. By that you would need boats and all type of stuff to to go over there and talk to each other and intertwine. It would take a lot for us to influence somebody in Australia. But now we're talking about people that live in Kemet. We talking about people on the underclass that live in Kemet. The
Underclass,
the
living in
the, the
Kent.
underclass. These cats is these are desert dwellers. These are people that popped up and live in tents. You know what I'm saying? They live in tents and be going through what's that fathom, whatever word is. They be having heat droughts and can't get crops. They got to come over here and get the scraps that we give them. And in they book, we got them working and treating them bad. So we talking about the low class of people that come to a land that is already established, and the establishment is built on Maat. It is built on it from the beginning to the ending. I mean, the names of the pharaohs, they naming their stuff after the god. They got temples built to the god, and you live here. And you just don't live here. You in the gutter here. You know everything that's going on. You know where the prostitutes at. You know where the drugs at. You know everything because you the underclass. You're not with the big boys. And then we're gonna talk about their leader. Their leader was with the big boys. They tell you right there. We found them in the Nile River and pulled them in. We pulled Buddy in and raised him as one of the big as a pharaoh, raised him as the family of the pharaoh, and that's the part that kills him. I didn't want to go too far because I feel like it's going to make him not want to debate me. But if Moses was raised by the daughter of the pharaoh, it's simple to prove this. We can easily go to the dates that Moses supposedly lived. I can use the Jewish dates that they give us. I can use the Christian dates. I can use the Catholic dates. It's a couple of rabbis that give dates for his life. And once you find the date that he was born and he lived in, then we look at that in Egypt. What temple was being used during that time period? What pharaoh lived and ruled during that time period? You know what I'm saying? And once you get to that, you'll find out that he lived in the Luxor temple. Now we got a problem because you can easily Google the Luxor Temple. You can Google Earth it. You can go to the museum online and see Maat carved all through the thing. So Buddy was walking around looking at Maat on the wall every day. He lived in Egypt for 40 years. I'm 44. I'm 44. That's like me leaving Indiana 4 years ago. So everything I've known 4 years previous to now is what he knew. He knew everything. Who you think he was praying to? Who you think his father was praying to? Who you think his mother was praying to? What do you think his friends was praying to? He know the Pharaoh's name and he know what the Pharaoh's name means. He know all that. He's been to funerals. He know how the funeral text goes. He's been to funerals. You think nobody died in that 40 years? It's a bad argument. And it's an argument just to like protect orthodoxy or some shit. It's not even reasonable. And it's not even a bad thing. It don't mean the Bible's fake. It actually makes the Bible realer. You know what I'm saying? Because now we can see where it came from instead of you saying it came from a voice in the sky. You on here talking about it came from a voice in the sky, but you live in the Luxor temple where the shit's written on the wall. Like we need to be real with this. This is not the put down the Hebrew. This is to make the Hebrew stronger because we standing on facts and not just what you heard somebody else say. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to give him too much, but That's what I'm standing on. Damn, what I do? I hit the button. Y'all on here?
Yeah, check this out. Now I noticed that you was talking about temples. Hold on, I'm echoing and stuff. Somebody got to mute their mic.
That may be
Yeah, it's
one of
funny how.
them.
Now it was you. Yeah, it's funny how you talking about temples, but you still ain't said you're gonna bring out primary dates from your culture. Cause I know you ain't got none. I used to be a committee, and I know you don't have no dates from your people themselves. Your people so powerful, and they so called built all these pyramids and stuff, but yet they couldn't tell you when they built them. They didn't even know when they built them. They don't even make no sense. That's illogical as heck if you're gonna actually come from that standpoint. Not only just that, but you keep talking about Moses in Egypt. Well, when you read in Leviticus chapter 18, because I know you're probably going to end up running to Acts chapter 7, verse 22, because I know y'all argument better than y'all do. When it said Moses was learned in all of the ways of Egypt. Obviously, just because when we talk about learning something, that means that we are aware of how they move. If I live with you for 5 days and see how you move, then that means I learned how you move. That don't mean I'm doing what you're doing or I'm gonna do what you do. That just means I know what you do. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 3, and you read down the whole Leviticus chapter 18, Moses said, of the things of the Egyptians and the Canaanites, ye shall not do. Now, if we was influenced by y'all, why is Moses is saying you shall not do the things that the Egyptians is doing? Then he started naming a list of things that y'all was doing. And let me tell you, it wouldn't be for kids to read. You know what I'm saying? Kids will have to skip over that in Bible school, because the stuff that y'all was doing there was so uncut and was so disgusting, and you can't find it in none of our texts. So not only just that, but you made a claim about, yes, he was raised in the house of the pharaohs, but the pharaohs didn't raise him. His sister raised him, who was a Hebrew, and his sister was of the Most High. So he was learning, first of all, because one of the objectives in the Bible was to overthrow the Pharaoh during the time of ancient Egypt, because he was being wicked to the Israelites. So Moses knew his plan. If Moses was influenced by Egypt, then what the heck is Moses doing still trying to learn how to overthrow ancient Egypt? What is he doing trying to overthrow ancient Egypt in a house for 40 years if he learned from the Pharaoh? So the Pharaoh is teaching him how to destroy Kemet? That don't even make sense. The Most High put him in that position to show us what real sin is. Remember, sin is transgressing the law, meaning that if you don't do what the Torah tells you to do, that's a sin. And that's what Egypt is all about, sin, transgressing the law, having sex with animals, men having sex with other men, women having sex with other women, androgyny, men trying to be women, women trying to be men wearing makeup, men wearing eyeliner. You're telling me about Kemet, but you're not following the culture. Where's your eyeliner at? You know what I'm saying? That you got to put around your eyes.
Wow. What I
There's a
didn't watch
lot of
into
things I could go about it in ancient Kemet.
eyeliner.
So now listen to this right here. Listen to this. The fact that you tried to pull up Moses being in the house of Pharaoh is a bad argument, because guess what? When the Pharaoh tested Moses to see if Moses was gonna overthrow him, they put a rock and a crowd on the table. And if Moses reached for the crowd, that means he was trying to overthrow the Pharaoh. And guess what was the first intent for Moses? Andrew, his first attempt was to grab the crown, because he knew his purpose and he knew he was going to overthrow Moses. If he was influenced by the Pharaoh and his culture in that house, he would have naturally chose the rock. But the angel had to make him choose the rock. You know what I'm saying? Because if he would have chose the crown, he would have got killed by the Pharaoh, because the Pharaoh would have knew that he was trying to overthrow them, and Egypt wouldn't even be, not only just that, but the Hebrews wouldn't even be saved by by the Most High. Not only just that, Yeah, not only just that, but I could show you our language being in your country. So you want to talk about somebody influence, not only just that, but I could show you how the Hebrews was the first people to keep time. Cause you ain't gonna be able to do it. I bet you can't tell me how many weeks is in a year according to your Kemetic records. You can't tell me how many days is in a week in your Kemetic records. You can't tell me how many days is in a season in your Kemetic records. But I can go into my Hebrew records. I can go into my ancient Hebrew records and I can break down the calculation of time. You talk about a Jewish calendar. The Jewish calendar is not even supported by the Bible that they claim that they follow. So this is going to be a hard debate for you if you're going to step into the ring with me on Kimmy. You're saying the same thing that other Kemetics told you, and it's going to be your downfall. Now, I know this is your first time debating in here, but it will be your last time debating in here too, because you're going to question your skills when I get through with you. I'm finished.
I like that. I like that. Well, let's go back and forth. I just want to ask you a few questions and see if you're gonna keep it 100. So, what temple did Moses live in with the Pharaoh's daughter?
Well, you say the Luxor temple. What about
I know that. I'm asking. That's a question for you, sir. I'm just asking. Where did he live for 40 years? That's
I just
a simple question.
The Bible don't give a specific temple that he lived in.
But we know what temple
Nah,
was
because
active during the
you
time
on
period.
speaker.
Nah, I'm not on speaker.
Okay, so what that got to do with him being influenced?
Okay, so now we got him at the Luxor temple. Have you seen the Luxor temple? Have you seen, like, which god is the Luxor temple dedicated to? His home, where he lives.
Which God
What god is it dedicated?
I think Ra.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably Ra.
There we go. There we go. So his actual home, where he lives, is dedicated to the god Amen Ra, which happens to be the father of Maat, which happens to be written on the outside of the building, on the inside of the building, on the ceiling of the building. He walked past this every day. And you'll stand here with your chest out and say, he didn't know nothing about that. Just because Maat said thou hasn't stolen, and he said thou hasn't stolen, that's just a coincidence, even though he passed it in the hallway. It's in the hallway.
In the hallway.
Like, what is you talking about? Like, that's what I'm saying. I actually like you. I think you're a good debater, but you're defending something that's wrong. So it makes you look bad. It's like when Trump get up there lying about something. Like, let me finish. I didn't cut you off at all. I'll be here mute when you talk.
Okay, my bad.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. So if you pass this in the hallway, you know about it. Everybody here represented. The Pharaoh changes his name to this. This is dedicated. They do ritual acts. The same ritual acts you talking about being nasty and detestable and gross, and we got to put the kids to bed. Moses witnessed a lot of that. That's why he was telling them, yo, don't do that. He knew what was going on. So when we see similarities in your stuff, you cannot say you weren't influenced, bro. You passed it right there. And I'm just talking about the carvers on the wall. I haven't talked about the gigantic statues, the Statue of Liberty size statues that's all through the joint, inside, outside. Like, he knows what it is. That's something that we're gonna have to accept. I think it's gonna make you a stronger Hebrew. And you know what I'm saying? And you ain't heard this argument from nobody else, because this is Andrew the student. They don't give it up like this. I study.
Student in the building.
You know what I'm saying? I study. I don't talk. I study. Y'all be talking. Like, I'm just saying, if you use natural reason, you would have to agree, okay, my nigga did stay in the Luxor temple for 40 years. I have to concede to the fact that the building being dedicated to Amun Ra, the father of Maat, and she's written all over the wall because that's his daughter, and everybody that's buried got a sarcophagus with the funeral text and Maat all on it. You would just have to, that's an easy point for you to concede. And if you don't, it shows, like, I don't want to go as strong as say lack of integrity, but it would show that you were hiding something. Or I don't want to dish your comprehension skills, So I would just have to say that you're protecting something, and you got like some people behind you that's cheering for you, so you don't want to lose. So you'll rather just act like what I'm saying is fake. I'm done. Go ahead, brother.
Now, the hypocrisy is you think because Moses walked in a temple in a hallway, that means he had to do what the comedics had to, doing. Bro, that is silly as hell. You know how many places I walk into and I still don't follow that? Do you know how many places I walk into and I still don't follow that? You is out here telling you really believe because somebody walked into a temple or somebody is inside a temple that automatically mean they gotta make their culture like that? Bro, you talking about integrity, you're not being integrity. I can tell you millions of times how many people walked
Talking
into
about
places.
integrity.
I could tell you millions of times how many people walked into stuff and still ain't do the same thing that they did. We talking about cultural aspects. You see, when the Israelites did exactly what the Egyptians did when they came out of Egypt, we was destroyed for that. This is why a lot of us couldn't even go back into the promised land. We're talking about cultural aspects. We're not talking about Israelites doing wicked. We acknowledge the fact that Israelites did wicked. We acknowledge the fact that Israel wanted to be Kemet because black people want to be Kemet, just like you want to be Kemet, just like you want to bow down and praise the golden cow. That's what you want to do. And that's exactly what the scripts. First of all, one thing about the Torah versus Kemet, that your Bible, your text ain't even a step ahead like the Bible is. Our Bible 2,000 years ago said that you would be trying to be a Kemetic, and here you are right here today in 2023 trying to talk to me about Kemet when you know you're not even a Kemetic. So
No.
I would like for you to show me in the ancient Kemetic text how our people is trying to be Israelites, and then see me today trying to be an Israelite. What in the scriptures in your text that predicted that I would try to be like another culture, that I would try to be like Israel or any other culture? You ain't got to even just say Israel, but I could show in my text where it say how people like you, other people that want to be Kemetic, Hindu, whatever, they want to be them. You want to be other races of people. Your book and your records are not even ahead of their
That's
time,
all
bro.
right.
And not only just that, but y'all didn't even build them pyramids by yourself. Because we can show you how y'all enslaved other Negro races of people and made them build y'all homes.
Other Negroes.
And first of all, if you know anything about historical logic, you will understand that if a race of people is in power and they get other races of people to work for them, yes, they had other races of people working for them and slaves to them. I could show you Ethiopians or Nubians enslaved on the walls of Kemet and other races working for them. And guess what they're building with them blocks? They're building other nations. They're building pyramids. So you're not the only one that was building those pyramids. You got help. You got some help. Just like the so-called white man got help to be able to build this darn country. Y'all got help from us and other races of people. Y'all even enslaved y'all mother and made her build y'all stuff, which were the Cushites.
Oh no.
So don't talk to me about no pyramids because you didn't build them on your own. You didn't build them on your own. You didn't build your city on your own. Other races of people built your city. And not only just that, y'all don't have y'all don't have no time scales. Y'all don't have no scales of keeping time. Y'all may have a calendar, but y'all calendar is not even relevant today, even though you got a system that is dedicated off how y'all culture was. But yet it still don't really even use y'all. It may use the 365 days, but where is it in ancient Kemet, like I said before? Where is it in ancient Kemet where it say 1 year equals 365 days? 1 week equals 7 days. One season equals 92 or 93 days. Where's that in it now? Because I could show you in my text. We ain't steal nothing from y'all. We don't need y'all.
Oh,
We don't need y'all. Y'all don't even need yourself. Y'all had to be civilized by some other people that came here during the 1550s, BC, which was called the Hyksos. And they had to actually put some more morality in your culture because y'all was just out of there. So when people ask me if homosexuality wasn't a norm in Kemet, why did we survive for 5,000 years? You survived for 5,000 years because other niggas came into your culture and taught y'all how to act. How is it
All
though
right, hold
somebody
up.
can come to your culture and gotta teach you how to act?
No more.
Because you can't
Hold up.
learn how to act in your own
Hold up, man.
house.
Hold up, Tacori, champ. Hold up. Now, Andrew, student, you do realize this is Tacori Tko Dawson, the Lions Den people champ. So you better tread lightly. I'm bigging up both of y'all. I'm just letting you know who you in the ring with. This ain't no fly by night. This guy been around kicking ass and taking names later. Go ahead, Andrew.
I got you.
I
Now I
had
thought
to get
he
this
made.
disclaimer out.
Nah, he did good. He did a lot better because he was sounding bad at first, and I was
Oh,
like,
he was
you know what I
sounding
mean?
bad. Was he sounding
Yeah,
bad? Oh,
yeah. I was about to roll up and just have a good time with him because I was like, he don't really know where he's going. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, yo, he talking about the Hyksos. I'm like, and he's bigging up the Hyksos. That's so crazy to me right now. Like like. First off, he talking about they had to civilize us. The Hyksos is the 15th dynasty, bro.
oh,
15. 15, bro. Y'all late in the movie. That'll be like that. If we talking like James Bond's
in the
movies, that'll be like,
popcorn line.
yeah, that'll be like the 15th sequel, bro. That's like Fast and Furious 15. Like whatever you doing Fast and Furious 15 ain't got nothing to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to that point, bro. That was terrible. And also, to big up the Hyksos means he's done a little bit of studying. And he knows that the Hyksos are the Hebrew. I wonder if he's going to go that route. Because if you go that route, it gets really ugly for y'all. And I try not to go that route because I enjoy Hebrews' company. But when I get to calling them the Hyksos, that means something. And then we got to go into the text a little more. And it you know what I mean? It gets nasty. It gets divisive. And that's not my duty. I ain't trying to be divisive. I really rock with the Hebrews. I try to keep Torah. You know what I'm saying? I rock with the Bible.
Hold up, student. No, Corey. I hope you know that you better not take this brother lightly. Now, I done seen him in action a couple of times. I'm just warning you. This guy ain't no joke. I'm just letting you know. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, but
Well,
for him
the
to say the
fact
Hyksos is crazy. For him to say the Hyksos is crazy because that means I wonder if he know where the Hyksos are from, like where they moved to when they took over Egypt. I wonder if he knows that. I wonder if he knows what God the Hyksos put on their godhead. You know how Luxor went to Amen Ra? What temple did the Hyksos build? They built a temple to Seth, the Egyptian devil, the Egyptian Satan, the nigga that we don't like, the nigga that killed Osiris. They built a temple to him.
Man, ain't so.
That's who they and the scholars say they are the Hebrew. So y'all pulled up in Egypt, took over, and started praising the devil. You know what I'm saying? Which probably makes sense when Moses takes a dove and cuts his head off and pours blood on the tabernacle table, and then fire pop up. That sound like some Satan shit.
Oh,
So
that ain't so, Moses.
yeah, that sound like some Satan shit, and that's why the Hyksos pharaohs named themselves Set. You got Seti. That's why the General Seti. I don't know why he chose that name. I wish I could talk to that brother. I'm like, bro, you know who you representing right now? Why are you gonna call yourself Seti? You know who Seth is? You know who Set is? Like you go against the gods. You go against the God's son. You go against the whole Egyptian trilogy. I mean Trinity. That's just crazy. So please don't say Hyksos in our debate because
So
I don't want to be
let me ask you
divisive.
something, Andrew, real quick. Tacori, are you saying that Israelites are Hyksos?
This the problem with comedics.
All right, go ahead.
When you look up the definition of Hyksos, it means a foreign ruler, of foreign relations.
Bring it out.
He think that the Hebrews are only the only foreign people that existed. Like I said, bro, you had Nubians that was in your land, which means there was a foreign rulers. That mean that they were Hyksos. Bro, what are you talking about? Meaning, according to the ancient Comedics, your mothers was Hyksos. So you out here talking about they were sacrificing to which Hyksos? Because it only mean foreign rulers. It
The
only
ones
mean
from
foreign
Canaan,
relations.
the ones
The
from
ones from
Canaan,
Canaan. I'm
the
not even finished.
Canaanite,
I'm
the
not
Canaanite
finished.
Hyksos. Oh, you asked me a question. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't asking a question.
Come on,
I
y'all.
was just being in general.
Let's be respectful now.
So
I'm getting the ad libs from
he
both of y'all. Go ahead.
so pretty much he just assumed that he didn't even know what Hyksos mean. Just mean foreign land. I mean, people of foreign lands. That's what it means. There's millions of nations outside of Egypt, and Egypt will call them foreign lands. So the fact that you talk about you don't want to go into Hyksos, first of all, learn what the term Hyksos mean first before you tell me what I don't want to go into. You didn't even know that. You thought that the Hyksos is the Hebrews. They the Hebrews, they the Hindus, they your mothers, the Cushites, they the Aramean people, they the different type of Nigerian tribes, the Sudanese people. Anybody that is not Kemet that comes into Kemet will be called a Hyksos. That's point blank, period. And you're talking about Canaanites. You cannot pull out, you cannot find an ancient primary text from a Canaanite themselves. You can't, because they wasn't even a significant race of people. Unless you want to try to compare the Israelites to the Canaanites. And if you do, you can't say that you don't learn anything from nobody. That means you're regurgitating, because I heard that argument millions of times. Like I say, when you play the same move in chess, you're going to get checkmated, bro. That's point blank, period. Stop playing the same move, bro, and switch your game up so you can have a better strategy. So while you talking about temples being erected, bro, you first of all, bro, we talk about Sumerians, we talk about other people that's outside of Kemet. Now learn what the Hyksos mean. The Hyksos ain't just Hebrews. The Hyksos is anybody that ain't from Kemet that Kemet called Hyksos. And it wasn't even OS, because OS is Greek concept. There wasn't even no vowel, so wouldn't be no O's. It would be like Hicks or something like that in the ancient text, which mean of foreign relations or foreign rulership. I mean, not rulership, of foreign nations, of foreign relations. People coming into that land of Kemet. That's what a Hyksos is. So stop just trying to put the Hyksos only to the Hebrews. And be honest, you just talked about integrity the second time you spoke. Have some integrity and stop making the Hyksos only the Hebrews. I'm done.
Okay. I hear you loud and clear. The Hyksos meaning, it can be used for other people outside of the Hebrews. What I was speaking to you about in this conversation is about the 15th dynasty, about the Canaanite people who came down from Canaan. They kind of dwindled down since the 13th and kind of just, since the 15th and dynasty, I'm trying to say. The 13th dynasty, they start dwindling in as like immigrants, which would probably be like Joseph or, your other bro, Abraham, them type people that dwindled into Kemet. And then when you get to their rulership, it would be the 15th dynasty. So I was talking about them. They spoke a Semitic language. We know that we got their bodies. We have their bodies. They've done DNA tests on their bodies, and we know where they're from. So I don't want you to get confused during our battle. I am talking about the 15th dynasty, first intermediate period, the first time we was ruled by foreigners. You know what I'm saying? And they also call them the Shepherd Kings. And y'all big on shepherds. So I can't believe that you admitted to being that though. That's crazy. We're gonna talk about it. Usually learned Hebrews stay away from that because they know what that represents and like how awful those people were and how we got them the fuck out of there too. You know what I mean? You didn't tell them about how we chased them into the Nile River. You know what I mean? But the Bible talks about that too, but it talks about it in a different way. But I look forward to the debate. I think it's gonna be a good one. I want him to come with his dates. I can't believe you didn't bring up your book. I thought you was gonna bring up the book of Jubilee, so you could talk about your dates because you kept asking me for dates, and I was like, I know somebody who don't got a date for Noah's Ark, that don't got a date for Solomon's Temple, that don't got a date for when Buddy got swallowed by the whale, don't got a date for Adam and Eve. How he gonna bring up dates to me? And how he gonna try to attack Egypt's date method when they had a calendar? They had a calendar thousands of years before y'all wandered in. Y'all some desert dwellers from the 15th dynasty, bro. We've been doing this. We've been outside. You know what I'm saying? I give them props for taking over and ruling for 200 years, which I guess they turned a blind eye to all the Egyptian guys, which we know they didn't. They just praised the devil one. But you gotta keep it like just keep it real. But we're gonna have a good conversation. So you know what I mean? I look forward to it. But I would like to go back and forth with you. We ain't gotta speak in like 5 minute segments. If you got questions or something, shoot me a real
Nah,
question. I want to shoot you
I
real
just,
questions and see what you're gonna say. I want to see what type of person I'm talking to.
yeah. First off, we do have dates on Noah's Ark. We do. This is why I say you don't know the Bible. You busy learning from what other people learn, and you don't study the Bible for yourself. You probably didn't never even read the book of Jubilees. That's how I know you don't know about dates. You don't know about the dates of the Hebrews. But you talking about there's no date for Noah's Ark. Hey, well, there's no date for Seth and Horus' sex relationship. There's no date for the pyramids being built. There's no date for Ramesses III from them themselves. There's no dates.
That's not
You
true.
don't have them
That's not.
because most of your text is not even historical. It's mythological, way in the afterlife that doesn't even exist, and you know it don't exist. You comedics even said yourself that the duat doesn't exist, which your my eye is. And as a matter of fact, let's talk a little bit about my eye because I have a text that I'm gonna show you. Not even just a text, but I have a source that has a primary source reference to it that I'm gonna show you in the Temple of Medonet Hebu about yo pharaohs being the guarantors of my eye. Do you know what a guarantor is? A guarantor is somebody that makes sure my eye is established. So without the pharaohs, my eye can't even be established. So since there's no pharaohs and they all dead, you can't talk to me about my eye unless you got your own my eye. Unless you can take the ancestor stuff and you can make your own rules about the my eye and make your own
Say,
rules about the
say that.
ancestors.
Say
And
that. Say that again. I'm sorry.
uh,
Uh, Say that again. You
I,
said that you can't have Mayat without a pharaoh. You kind of went
yeah,
out, and I couldn't hear you.
I said you cannot have my eye without a pharaoh unless you trying to
What?
change up the laws. I mean, change up the culture of Kemet. And somebody
What does
who's
that?
not a Kemetic, hold on, I'm not finished. From somebody who's know he's not a Kemetic, you know you're not a Kemetic, but you're gonna try to change up Kemetic's ideology to make it fit your standpoint to try to win the debate. I know how y'all move. I know exactly how y'all move. But you're gonna have to follow the Kemetic people themselves since you worship them. And on their
I
walls
don't.
of Kemet
I don't.
in the temple of Medonet, hold on, in the temple of Medonet Habu,
But
museum
you
number, and
rambling
I got the
now.
museum. Bro, you cause
You.
your mic is mute. You need to mute your mic.
No, I'm saying you rambling. I want to speak on what you just said. You just. That's why I said we ain't got
Bro,
to go for like 8 minutes because you just saying
bro, I
anything.
don't bro, I'm not gonna I don't like interrupting you and I don't want you interrupting me. That's why.
No, I
It'll
thought you.
be
I thought you
civil.
heard me. I thought you heard me. I just said we. I said, hey, we don't have to speak in long spurts. Can we go back
I
and
know,
forth?
and
And then you
and
said,
I
yeah.
told you. No, I didn't. I said no, I didn't. I said that no, because we gonna be just talking over each other, and it's gonna be just like an argument, and it's gonna take away the profession away from the conversation. So it's
No,
best
I
we
feel you. I don't want to cut you off. I just
dialogue
want
on
to
the,
ask about what you're saying
but
because you're saying big stuff and
you're
then you skip
constantly
to something else.
you
But just circle
constantly
back for
cut
me.
me off.
When you finish this part, just
Okay,
circle back so we can speak about that specifically.
I'm
That's
gonna
all I'm asking. I'll mute up right
I'm
now.
saying okay, mute up. Now, like I was saying, according to your ancient Kemetic ancestors, my eye is, I mean, yeah, the pharaohs are guarantors of my eye. That's what they are. They are the guarantors of my eye. A guarantor is somebody that makes sure the law is established. That's what they are. And I'm going to show you in my eye how my eye wasn't even for women. The my eye was only for men. And I'm going to show you in your 42 confessions of my eye. A lot of people don't know that, but if you just read carefully about them laws and who them laws is attaining to, you can clearly see that it's not talking that those laws was not for women. And I'm gonna show you with primary sources how how the laws was for the young man that was pharaohs, not even for the old pharaohs, but the young pharaohs. You cannot show me a whole race of ancient Kemetic people, primary sources, keeping the laws of Maat. But I can show you in the Bible that we as a whole nation kept the Torah all the way from the time of King David, all the way to the time of Rehoboam and Absalom. I'm done.
All right, so let's want to go back to that one part. So you're saying if the pharaoh dies, that Mayat doesn't exist. Are you using the word Mayat to identify with the goddess, or are you talking about the practicing of law? That was a question for you.
I'm talking about both because it was the practices that was based off the God. How you got a God of Ma'at? I mean, how you got practices of Ma'at without no God Ma'at? Because that's her name. So if that's the case, if Ma'at, the God, is taken out of the picture, what is Ma'at called? Because it wouldn't be called Ma'at. So what it would be called? Your laws is literally named after a female deity in Kemet that's supposed to be of morality. So you can't separate the principles from the goddess that's over that
Yeah,
particular principle.
I'm saying what you're saying is I'm trying to think of a good word for it. Not only inaccurate, but like it doesn't make sense at all. Like I'm saying if it's the 13th dynasty and the pharaoh dies, how does Mayat exist? That's just some dumb shit to say. Maybe you trying to say if you shoot the judge, then law can't be practiced in this courtroom. Is that what you're trying to say? Like if the judge died, it can't be no law in this courtroom? Because the she been existed since the tip of luxury. She's on the funeral text 2,000 years before that. Like, what are you even saying? That's what I was saying. You taking up time saying stuff that don't make no sense.
So hold on,
They
wait
don't
a
got nothing to
minute.
do. They don't got nothing. You stopped me and I've stopped. So we can go back and forth. I'm just gonna give me 10 seconds. Mayat existed like in the old kingdom. To say that she don't exist because the pharaoh dies is stupidity. I'm not calling you stupid, but I'm saying that's something stupid that you're saying right now. You know what I'm saying? She existed before that pharaoh was even born. She was already talked about, and people was already trying to live by those principles just to be upright niggas, just to be some you know what I mean? Just to be good people, good
No,
civilians.
we talking about a pharaoh. We talk about pharaohs, period, not a particular pharaoh. Pharaohs, period. That's what we're talking about. We ain't talking about a particular or specific pharaoh. We talk about pharaohs, period. And the
So you
pharaohs
saying,
predated Ma'at.
yeah,
That's what
I'm just
the
saying
data
that's
ones established Ma'at. The common people didn't establish Ma'at. The common people didn't go up to the pharaohs and be like, we need laws and stuff like that. The laws was only for the pharaohs and stuff. You can't find, this is why you won't find whole races of people in ancient Kemet via primary source keeping the laws of Ma'at as a whole. You won't find it. I remember Tahuti tried to go to Ankh Shashamp in Judah Nazareth's debate. That's one dude. That's one dude that was in jail in his own house. We talking about a whole race. Did a whole race of people keep the laws of Ma'at as a whole? Did a whole Kemetic race of people
I'm saying
keep the
how is
laws
that
of Ma'at as
relevant?
a whole?
I'm saying how is that relevant to our conversation? How is that
That's
relevant? How does
relevant
that
to
what
our
does that got to do?
conversation because
What
I'm
does that
trying to
got to do
tell
with
you, I'm
Moses?
trying
What does
to,
that got to do with Moses? What does that got to do with anything we've spoke about Moses today? We've talked about where he lived. We talked about how long he lived there. We talked about the sculptures and everything that's carved on the wall. What in the hell does any of the stuff you saying have to do with our conversation? It's like word
this is,
salad. It's like you just filling in the blanks with shit that you know or think, but you're not really saying nothing about what we're talking about.
bro, this is not just talking about Moses. This is talking about the Torah and Kemet. Moses is in the
No,
Torah and part of the Torah, and your pharaohs are part of Kemet. So so
I'm
it
just
has a
saying.
lot to do.
You just
It
asked me
your
that
Ma'at.
everybody in Kemet. You said that everybody in Kemet practice Mayat. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, like
You want
at all. And I feel like
you want to know
you're
how I
like
do?
using. Let me. No, hold on. I feel like you're using your brain cells for like the wrong reasons. Like you might have pure intent, but like what the hell, bro? Let's stick to the script. We got Buddy being alive. All right. The Jewish people say that Moses was born in 1592. 1592 was when they saying he was born. You know what I'm
We
saying? The
don't care
looks are
about that
typical.
because we got our own dates.
Bro, they're Jewish. They are you.
Bro, they're
We are.
not. They're not Hebrews, bro. That's why you
I'm
said they
saying,
were Jewish. Do you know what ish is? It means to
bro,
be like. You can't
we're
be
not.
something that you like. It's either you're Jew or you're not. You ain't Jewish. If you're
We heard that
Jewish,
from
you're not a
Farrakhan.
Jew. You're
Like
like a Jew.
we heard that from Malcolm X and Farrakhan like decades ago. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Judaism. I'm talking about the people that published the
Bro, the
Torah.
ancient
I'm
people, no, there was no such thing as the word Judaism during the time that the Torah was, there was no letter J during the time the Torah was written.
That's
So
not what we're
what was
talking
it
about though.
called?
We're talking. What we're
You
talking
just
about.
talked about
We're talking.
Judaism.
No, we're talking about the date that Judaism has for Moses being alive. Now you can attack the word
Judaism wasn't
you can
around during the
attack the
time of Moses, though.
bro. You can attack the word Judaism. You can attack the word Jewish. I can just take those two out and say when was Moses born? And we're gonna get to the same point. You can't run. When was Moses born? Take the Jews out. We're just gonna ask when was Moses born. I'm asking you that. Please
You
interrupt me and
talk
tell me
about
the answer.
you talk about according to our dates.
Bro, I'm asking when was Moses born? If somebody on the street asks you that, what would you say? What would come out your mouth?
I give them the date of my Bible. What my Bible say?
What does it say?
It say 2,406 60 years after creation.
So, and what would that be on like the calendar that you and I use?
So what would that be? It don't match with the calendar today because it got different amounts of years per day. I mean day per years. So it wouldn't even match. You trying to get me to match something and try to that's just like you trying to get me a square block and put it in a circular hole. It ain't gonna mix,
So
bro.
you saying, you have no way to articulate the date of Moses' birth.
I just told you,
Like, but you
according to
couldn't
the
tell it to
Book
like
of
an American.
Jubilees.
You couldn't tell it to an American that used the calendar that you and I use. You couldn't tell
Well,
it to
if you
him.
telling
You
me to
couldn't.
tell it to American, then that means you wanted me to appeal to the audience or to the appeal to
No.
authority.
Now I want you to transfer information. Like I'm seeking
I
information.
just
You
transferred the
have it.
information and told you 2,460 years after creation. It is
So
pronounced in the
when was
Book of Jubilees.
creation? So what year is
What you
creation?
mean?
Is that zero? That'd be the year
Is
zero for
that
you?
zero? You say is that year zero?
Yeah. So what creation is the year
Yeah.
zero and he was
You
born?
talk about after the earth was created or during the time of the creation of the earth.
I mean, bro, right now we are talking about an alternate calendar that you cannot calculate to the calendar that me and you use. We already somewhere weird as
Bro,
hell.
that
I'm
calculate
just
that, bro.
asking.
Listen, that dating system that we got today is not true, bro. It's not real, bro. Come on now. It can't be proven by any ancient people, but yet these dating systems are supposed to be dealing with the ancient people, but yet none of the ancient cultures actually validates these dates.
I
That's
got
just
you.
like
Well,
somebody coming up to me. Hold on, wait a minute. That's just like
let's
somebody coming up to me. Hold on, wait a minute. That's just like somebody coming up to me and trying to stamp a name on me for no reason when I don't say that's my name. And you going up to me, people and saying, I said my name is Carl when I never said my name is Carl. My name is Tacori. That's what those dates are like. They're not validated like that.
I got you.
So
I got you. It's
I
just
got some
hard to
questions
say.
to ask you. According
Okay.
to the ancient, according to the ancient Kemetic scribes, when was the temple of Luxor built? What year, according to the ancient Kemetics?
Well, it was. I would just go to Amen Hotel. It was built by Amen Hotel. So, and we got his body, so we can just date the body, and that's the date.
Listen, what year? What
What do
year?
you?
What year?
1392 is the year that we give to
What year?
Amenhotep. 1392 BC is what we give to
So
what's his
where can I
name.
find it said in the ancient text?
You can
Where
type
can I
in
find that in
Amenhotep.
the ancient text in ancient Kemet?
You can type in Amenhotep. You
What
can
text?
type in the
Pyramid Heru?
bro. So you're
Book of
gonna
the
talk over me,
Dead, Book of
right?
the Dreams.
So you just said we wasn't gonna talk
Yeah,
over
I
each
want a
other. You're gonna
text
ask me
from
a
the ancient
question.
people themselves.
Okay, but yeah, y'all don't talk over each other. Y'all doing good.
I thought we was. I'm gonna let him finish though, because I don't want him
Okay, go
talking
ahead.
over me.
Now go ahead, go ahead.
So he asked, okay. I'm saying Amenhotep, like the Pharaoh Amenhotep, the first. All right, he was the one that commissioned the Luxor temple. We have his body, we have his belongings. We know who he was married to. We know the name of his kids. We know the name of his parents. And then we have a list of pharaohs that we can go all the way back to Narmer and all that type shit. And you can literally just count the pharaohs. And that's how we come up with the date 1392 BC. You know what I'm saying? They've also done the dating methods that science gives us. They've used those, and that's corroborated. I guess that's the word we're gonna use. That has corroborated the dates that they have for the pharaohs. So we're gonna say when the temple was built. I'm gonna look to the guy that built it, Amenhotep. It's in his story. He talks about building it. He talks about where he got the stones from. It's in great detail. You know what I'm saying? I think you're asking me for a date that they would have used for in the Egyptian calendar, and I'll get the answer for you during our debate. I'll tell you how they described that year because they did have years, kind of like how the old English niggas be like, in the year of our Lord 1492. They had some like bullshit like that they used. You know what I'm saying, to describe their time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. And you had said something earlier about worshiping gods, and you worship this, you ain't committed. Nah, ain't nobody worshiping no Egypt gods, and I ain't saying I'm committed. You know what I'm saying, at all, as far as like my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? My shit go back to the Gala Islands and shit like that. But I'm gonna do the DNA shit and find out where I'm like truly from in Africa. I can't wait. So we'll get on that for real. But what questions did you have for me, sir?
Yeah, the thing is, so you can't show me in ancient Kemet no date from them. So what's the point of y'all calendars? How y'all got calendars, but y'all ain't got years for your calendar? How can't y'all calendar can't help y'all find out what year did y'all build the Luxor temple? Y'all gotta
I
wait for
said
somebody
yes.
thousands of years after y'all to tell y'all when it's built.
That don't
Okay,
make
tell us
sense
right now,
though.
because I gave you a date according to my text. That does make a lot of sense. Now when now
No,
when now
it
when
doesn't. We have his
you was
body. This is
challenged on a
not.
primary
I'm not
level,
telling. I'm
you
not
it,
giving
it
you a
don't make no
theory.
bro, it ain't talking about is he real or not. We're not
You're
talking
asking
about is
me
he
in the
real or not. We're
Egyptian
talking
calendar
about
year.
what year according yes, in Egyptian calendar years. What year? I need a number from the Egyptian calendars from the Egyptians themselves. What year? I
Okay.
need a
So
year.
you want me to? You want me to use like I can use like the
Give me
calendar
a year.
calculator. Yeah, well, give me a second. I'll pull it up. I'll use
The calendar calculator.
they got a calendar calculator where I can like they got put in the date and it'll tell me the Jajorian. I can't even say that nigga name. The Catholic dude. It'll tell me the date in his calendar. I can do it
Gregorian?
again and yeah, I can get his date for a certain date. I can get
No,
the
no,
one
no, no,
that
no, no. I said from the scribes.
bro, hear me out. I'm explaining it and I'm very clear on what I'm saying. Hear me out. I'm saying
The
they have a
scribes.
calendar. Yeah, I hear you. I can do that too. That was that one. So now that's how we're gonna play. So I got you. But like I was saying, they have a calendar calculator that I can put a date in, and it will give me the date in the Gregorian calendar. It'll give me the date in the Greece. It'll give me the date in the Chinese, and it'll give me the date in the Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? It's a calculator. You can easily Google it, and I'm about to do that just so I can shut down
What's the
that
date
weak
in the
shit that you're
Egyptian?
throwing up. I just told you what I'm about to do. I
What's
know
the
you
date
heard
in
me.
the Egyptian? And we and it better
Corey,
be in the text too. It better be
Go ahead.
validated
Let him, yeah, but let him do it a
in
little bit,
the
bro.
text.
A little bit, please. Yeah. So let's keep it. Go ahead. But I'm just saying, y'all let each other breathe. Go ahead.
I got you.
Do I need to break out like a 30-second clock for y'all to make your answers, or what? When y'all ask each other
Well,
questions?
nah, he's asking me. He's asking me for the Egyptian calendar equivalent of the year 1392 BC, and he wants the answer right now. And I'm telling him that we have a calendar calculator that I'll find that motherfucker and use it and give him that answer. But that's not really relevant to what we're talking about. But I would still like do that for him. I don't know what they got to do with Moses. I don't know what they got to do with the Torah. I don't know what they got to do with the Ten Commandments. I don't know what they got to do with Maat. But we're going to get this brother the date for when the Luxor temple was built, and it's going to be an Egyptian date. It's not going to be the calendar we use. It's not going to be the Chinese calendar. It's not going to be none of them. It's going to be the Egyptian calendar. We're going to get him that answer. I just for him to use that much energy for that weak ass point is just weird. And if this is the people's champ, bro, I might come over here and take over, man. Yo, JJ, tell him who it is, man. If this is your champ, like he's saying, like when you play this back on the way to work, y'all, and listen to what my bro's saying. And I actually like this one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, the Torah came from Kemet. Buddy was found in the river, raised in Luxor temple, saw Maat every day, and then he went and wrote, "Thou shalt not kill." Where did he see that? He saw it on the wall. Then he said, "Thou shalt not covet."
So he can't give us a date.
We're going back to I can't give it to you right
So
now.
you can't give us a date. You said you can't give it to me. Period. That's why.
Not today.
Okay, real quick.
I'm gonna give you a date.
Are we real quick? Are we? Does this have?
No.
Tacori, hold up, please. Are y'all trying to figure out a different topic, or how does this date of what the dating system correlate with the Ten Commandments or the Torah coming from the laws of Maat? That's what I'm kind of trying to figure out.
It doesn't. He's just saying
because
there's nothing else to say.
No, I'm gonna tell you why it does.
All right, go ahead,
I'm gonna tell you why it does. He trying to say it doesn't because he can't find no dates. So how he worked, when he can't prove something, he like to throw it away and dismiss it because he can't prove it. This is about, did the Torah plagiarize? I mean, did the Torah was the Torah influenced by Maat, which means the concepts in the Torah was predated by by Kemet. So dates is important. You know what I'm saying? And primary dates are important. It ain't fair for you to try to go to other cultures to try to validate Kemet and not Kemet. You going everywhere besides your home, besides what you supposed to be proving. You talking about China, India, Vietnamese. You ain't talking about Kemet though. You ain't talking about the people that was actually there. Because if anybody knows, since Kemet had a calendar, if anybody know when the Temple of Luxor was built, it would be them. That would be point blank, period. So don't tell me dates don't make no sense when you're talking about our concepts was influenced by yours, meaning that certain concepts that's in your records came before ours. You're going to have to show a primary source date on that. And you're going to have to show one right now like I did.
Nah, I don't have it right
I didn't filibuster. I didn't filibuster. I didn't do none of that.
You gave me a fake date, bro. Don't stand on that. That is
bro, I gave you a I gave you bro.
You gave me a fake
bro,
date.
I did give you a date.
2,000 years. You told me 2,000 years after creation.
Yes.
And I said, then what? I said, what date would that be with our calendar? And you said, oh, I don't know. They don't go together. That was what you said.
Bro, they don't go together. They don't go together. What are you talking about? It don't go together.
Bro, I'm saying, so Tacori Dawson is standing here saying, I can't give you a date. And then I tell you, I don't know the Egyptian date. And you saying what? What are we saying? We both can't
Dude, I just gave you a date. Bro, I just gave you a date, bro.
What date was creation so we can figure this out? If it's 2,000 years after creation, what date was creation? So we can... 0?
You say two?
Where we
What you mean
starting from?
2000?
You
What
you
after
told
the
me
earth
you
was
told me
created? I'm about to answer your question. After the earth was created, when you go to the book of Jubilees, I think chapter 3, I think it's in chapter 1 or chapter 3. It tell you when a
okay.
jubilee started. The jubilee started after Adam was placed in the Garden of Eden, and he was placed in the Garden of Eden day 40, year 0, day 40. He was placed in the Garden of
That's
Eden, and then he was in the Garden of Eden for 7 years, meaning that's year 7 of him being in the Garden of Eden. So it started off year 0, like everything started off at 0, and then it count up.
so you said okay,
That's
but
what
you
it
can't
do.
make that. So I hear you. I hear you
0 is
loud
the
and clear.
z-
I hear you loud and clear. I promise I do. So
0 is the beginning.
let's start with the Book of Jubilee. All right, let's start with it. Like how much credibility are we gonna give the Book of Jubilee? It is a late
Bro,
edition.
hold on,
That
bro.
joint,
Where's your date
like,
set?
hold on, hear me out,
What?
hear me out. Damn, hear me
Tacori,
out.
No, where's your date set? Because I gave you a date. Where's your date set? If you ain't
I
gonna give me
said
a date,
I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have the date that you're asking me right now. So I'm about to say something
okay,
else.
so how you
So
gonna so how you
you
gonna
don't have a
prove
date
any of your
either, bro.
concepts came before?
You don't have a
Bro,
date.
I just
okay,
gave you a
hold up,
date.
everybody.
Just
Hold on.
cause
Whoa,
Bro,
whoa,
this dude
please,
saying what I said.
whoa. Kareem, we're gonna have to get a clock out because I can't take this. Y'all,
Let's get a clock.
interrupting each
Let's
other,
get a
y'all over
clock.
talking each other. Come on, man.
Let's get a clock real quick
Yeah,
so
we're
I
gonna
can
have to get a
finish him up.
clock, man.
I don't know if she's
I keep
still on
track.
here.
If
Keep
you,
track for me. Keep track.
I keep track.
I mean, I got him in a box. That's why he acting like that. We an hour and 11 minutes in. It's gonna get bad for him. Give me a 2-minute clock and let me clean him up real quick.
Y'all want 2 minutes?
You with that TKO People's Champ? Because you wobbly right now. You got spaghetti legs.
bro, first of all,
You
if you're not gonna give me no date, because what you trying to do is you trying to make me cough up my information, but you not trying to do any, you not being honest.
I
Give me a
told you
date right now.
1392 BC. 1392 BC.
From Kemet.
I don't do fake. Only you do fake calendars. I'm doing real
So
calendars. We
so
talking
now
about
Kemet is a
1392
fake
BC.
calendar now. So
I'm saying
Kemet is a fake calendar now.
I'm speaking English and I'm trying to articulate a date to you. And I'm saying 1392 BC. I'm not going to
Bro,
say
this
13 days after the creation of the earth. I ain't going there. You can't even tell me the creation of the earth date. You said it's 0. And I said,
I
what
just
would that be of our
yes,
calendar? What would that be on our calendar? It doesn't make sense. Like
bro.
articulate your point.
Our cap.
But give
Listen,
me 2
listen,
minutes.
listen, bro.
Can we get 2 minutes? JJ, can we get
Go
2-minute
ahead,
clocks?
get
I
your
want him
two
to.
minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna
Get your
have
two
to
minutes.
because man, this is getting unprofessional. And like I said, we're trying to go into the realm of being, respectful, not cut each other off, not ask each other 5 questions in one.
Yeah, I got
Come
you.
on, y'all. So we
I
have
feel
if
you.
we're gonna have to get a clock out. You can ask a
Let's get a
question.
clock out.
He asks a question, and then what's gonna be with a clock. So,
Let's
Corey,
let's get the.
go ahead and ask your question, and then we're gonna get the man a clock. I'm gonna watch the time. Go
Well,
ahead, Corey.
I wanted to just talk because he already answered this question.
Okay.
Can I get 2 minutes just to go and respond to what he was just saying?
All right. Okay. Go ahead. You can start right now. Go.
All right, 2 minutes. All right. He's talking about the Book of Jubilee. The Book of Jubilee speaks about the revolt of the Maccabees. It speaks about the revolt of the Maccabees. Bro, that's like 160 BC. That is like a young ass book. That's 150 BC. That's the origins of the Book of Jubilee. What in the world would give it the credibility to speak on Moses? Who Moses was born in like the 1500s BC. I'm sorry, like the 1300s BC. Like 1300, 1300 years before Christ. That's when Moses was like walking around talking this shit. So people that wrote a book 150 years before Christ can't speak on Moses, bro. That's like 1300 years ago, 1200 years ago. It ain't no libraries or no Google. How the hell, what they know about 1200 years before them? That book speaks about the revolt of the Maccabees, which tells us when it was written. That's why it didn't get added to the canon. You know what I'm saying? He talked about that earlier, and the reason it didn't get added to the canon is because it didn't have legs. It was a late addition. You know what I'm saying? All these other books was already passed around on scrolls from city to city, had teachers, all type of stuff. The Book of Jubilee showed up in 30 seconds. All right. The Book of Jubilee showed up 150 BC. So them talking about 2,000 years after the creation is a crack of shit. Is a crack of shit, like all the way, bro. You're a late edition. Your books was written after Genesis. Genesis, the books of the Torah was already written when you wrote your book. You don't know what you're talking about. 30 seconds, I should be good.
Okay. All right. Kermit, did Tacori fall off or did he leave?
I told you he was on. I told you he had spaghetti legs. I had him in the corner.
Dang. I think the brother, he might have fell off, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to go ahead and help JJ 7000 now because Facebook hates me. All I did was share the video, and then they talking about you restricted for 3 hours. What I do, Facebook? I thought the Facebook was for sharing family pictures and information. Why am I being punished for sharing this knowledge? So can y'all help 7,000 out, moderators, and share this to your social media platforms, your Facebook and all that. All right, go ahead, Tacori. You got 2 minutes to get. Did you hear his answer, Tacori? Tacori, did you hear his answer?
Yeah, I heard his fallacious answer. Yes,
Okay,
I heard his fallacious answer. So I see what he's gonna try to do in the debate. He's gonna try to appeal to the audience and appeal to authority. That's what he's gonna try to do. He's coming at me because I can find dates in my Bible, and the best thing he can say is nuh-uh. He's mad because my book got dates in it and his records don't have dates in there. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what he's trying to say. So pretty much he trying to say that the Torah was influenced by but let me ask you a question, Andrew. Because according to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21 through 23, it says, man shall not lie with a beast. Show me that in an ancient Kemetic text.
Okay.
Is there a law in in Kemet that says that not to lay with a beast?
Okay. You got 2 minutes to answer Tacori's question. Go ahead, brother.
What was he asked me, is one of the 42 principles, does one of the 42 principles say not to lie with a beast? Is that the question?
No, yeah. I said, is there anything in Kemet? Is there anything in Kemet in the Kemetic records that's against land with a beast?
I've never researched land with a beast. I'm sorry, I don't know.
What about land with dead bodies?
Bro, why you saying wild shit right now, bro? Like why would they you asking me?
No, because you said that.
You asking some wild shit right now. You asking me, is there rules about having sex with dead people? Are there rules about having sex with animals? Like, what are you trying to like convey? Like, I don't even know where you're going with this.
Yes, because you're saying that y'all was influenced, that we was influenced by y'all, but yet I'm asking you because our concepts and our culture has laws against this. Do your culture have laws against this too?
No, I don't think they talk about like having sex with animals and dead people, bro. That we weren't on that. They said that to y'all because y'all was doing that, so they had to make rules so y'all knew not to do that. They had rules for y'all not to eat mildew, for y'all not to eat this animal, for y'all not to eat blood. Like those rules, y'all was desert dwellers, and y'all needed to get y'all shit together. So they wrote rules for y'all.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Go ahead. I thought we were doing a 2-minute clock, but
listen, bro. We could show you.
He just took over my 2 minutes. I thought you should have 2 minutes to answer. Just hey, Corey, you gave me 2 minutes to answer your question, so I'm sorry.
Listen,
but you
bro.
should mute your joint because you like got background
Bro,
noise.
listen, bro.
He just gave me 2 minutes. He just gave me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Help him out, JJ.
Wait. You ask him a question, Tacori. Give him his 2 minutes, and then he gonna ask you a question. You get 2 minutes. Let's keep it professional, please. And
All
thank
right, how much time I got left?
Go ahead and start it over. Your 2 minutes to answer. Tacori, hold up. Tacori, reiterate your question so then he'll actually know what we're talking about. Go ahead, Tacori.
In in the Bible, we have laws against bestiality, homosexuality, which means it is not acceptable. Can you show me in ancient Kemet where it was not acceptable in any text in ancient Kemet?
Now, before you say anything, Andrew, the student, and Tacori, before you say anything, he has. You understand his question now? He has 2 minutes to respond. Go ahead, brother Andrew.
Okay, I understand the question now. Is in regards to the 42 laws of Maat or the ideals of Maat, no, they don't speak on having sex with animals. They don't speak on having sex with dead people. That's not there. I have read a different like codex joint. I gotta find it. I saw Jabari and brother Akamos talking about it.
He done answer. That was his answer. Can y'all hear me?
Well,
I think I'm okay.
No, I'm still here. I was just taking up my 2 minutes. I'm about to be done. I was just saying there is other a codex of like rules to live by that I saw those two brothers talking about, and I had read it online. It came from the dude that they took some of the proverbs from, but he got some other things that they was using. I'm gonna get that for you. I don't have anything right now that says there. I know they're against. They was on some gay shit in a lot of places, but there's also a place where they got some stuff against all that gay shit too. And I'll just have to try to find it. But nah, the 42 laws don't speak on bestiality and doing it to dead people. So I don't know why your brain went there either, bro. We trying to figure out that was something, I don't know. But I guess maybe you just trying to shock the crowd or something. So I feel you. But I give up the rest of my time for my 2 minutes.
All right, now you go ahead and ask Tacori a question, and then we got the preliminary going kind of long. We got to try to come up with a topic, But I know y'all kind of filling each other out, but we gonna have to get to like what y'all gonna debate about.
I think we got it. We got it. It was.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Ask Tacori a question.
Ask Tacori a question. What question do I have for him? Let's see. Do you know where Goshen is? Like, do you know where Goshen, where they said Moses lived? Do you know where that is in like Egypt today? What city that would be like equivalent to, or even another ancient name?
You saying Goshen? I think like south of Kemet, like south of modern day Egypt, near where going towards where I think South America, not in South America, but it's Ethiopia on the modern day map. What that got to do with Kemet being influenced by Israel?
Hold up, Andrew. Now, he got 2 minutes.
I said South Africa. I said South Africa. If I said South America, my bad, I meant South Africa. Near South Africa, not in South Africa, but going towards South Africa. Like a few miles south away from Ethiopia. That's what Goshen would be. But it's south of Kemet.
Okay, was that your answer, Tacori? Are you yielding your 2 minutes? So are you answering his question and then now asking him a question?
Yeah, that's my answer. That's my answer.
All right,
My fault.
Tacori.
It froze up for a second. I
Okay,
heard a little bit of
Andrew,
what you said.
is there are there dietary laws in ancient Kemet?
Yes.
Okay, he didn't need 2 minutes to answer that one. He said, "Yeah, Tacori." Did you hear him?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a
What text
delay.
do
It's a
it tell you
delay on
about a
some of it.
dietary law in ancient Kemet? Yeah, it's a delay on me because your mic is open.
No, I had it muted when you was talking. I just
No, he
unmuted to
talking to me.
respond to
I
you.
think he talking to me. Okay, I'm gonna mute my mic and see if it's a delay now. Go ahead.
Okay. Is there a dietary? Okay, you say there's a dietary law in ancient Kemet. What text can I go to find what to eat and what not to eat in ancient Kemet?
I gotta get his name. It's like I'm saying his name wrong. I mean, hold on. I got you, man. Because it's in the 42 laws. They talking about not polluting yourself. But one of the writers whose funeral text it was found on went into a deeper like explanation. He had more points, but it's like hard to pronounce. So if you give me a second, I can check the name.
You talk about unctuous, huh?
Is it? Nah, it sounds different. It's like something happy. It's like it's like a tongue twister to say that shit. Like, I'm big on history. I'm not big on all the gods and what they was on and stuff like that. So these type of conversations is good for me.
All right. I think he's looking something up. Like I say, everybody hit that like, share, and subscribe. We also got some more. Like I said, we had a great debate yesterday. We got some other things lined up. I got Chris MVP Harris. I got off the phone with him earlier. Him and an indigenous black man. They got to come over here and do a build on evolution and what's the other one? Evolution and I can't think of the second part, but they're gonna come over here and do a build, and if they disagree, then they're gonna build off that. But if basically it's more of a build, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I've been working behind the scenes, and we got a lot coming up, y'all. So yay, the Lions Den is where it's supposed to be. It's where it's at. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So go ahead. Whoever was ready to speak, he's still looking it up to
Go
Corey.
ahead. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I mean near South Africa, not South America. If I said South America, my bad. I said so. I was for some reason thinking about America. For some reason, I don't know. I was thinking
Yeah, you
about
did say
America for
South
some reason,
America.
but I was
Somebody,
saying
I
go.
just caught somebody. I just caught that too.
Yeah, well, I meant to say near South Africa, like south of Kemet,
Okay,
like going
good.
towards South Africa.
Hell yeah.
So Kareem, the chat
Oh,
is making a lot of comments. Maybe if you get a chance, you can kind of run some of the comments across the screen so the people can see. But
yeah, because
yeah,
I can't see what the chat is saying. Are they rocking with me or they killing me? What's am I what
they kind of just neutral right now. They just kind of trying to figure out where y'all trying to go with this. To be honest,
what
nobody's going against you. Nobody's going against the court.
okay. Well, I know one of the things like in I had the goodness gracious, it's called the Harvard Classics. I used to collect books and they had the book by Plutarch, how you say his name. And he was talking about how the Egyptians didn't eat like swine, talked about their attitudes toward food. And so they had the dietary laws. But the dude name who I was talking about was like Amen a Hoppy. I be messing his name up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not into that. I'm into like the actual history, but it's written in his funeral text, and then I got like Greek scholars that like Plutarch type people from the like Ptolemy period that talked about the restrictions and the foods that they that the Egyptians were prohibited to eat. Um, so that's the answer. If he wants it from a primary, it would have to come from Amenemhat, however you say that name. But I guess it'll be a secondary text if I bring up Plutarch. You know what I'm saying? He's like a historian in the Greek period, and he goes into detail about how they wouldn't eat pigs and stuff like that. Um, Herodotus speaks about it too. Herodotus speaks about it too. I probably can find some in Josephus too. If I read some Josephus, I probably can get him talking about some of the things that they didn't eat in Egypt. So I think that was a good question.
Yeah, okay, I think the Corey fell off. Hey,
Oh damn.
hey, y'all. Hey, who's sitting like this, y'all? The fact of the matter is, who is that? You see how I'm sitting? Who is this?
Who's that?
Who is this, y'all?
I don't know who you talking about. You talking about
That's
Jabari?
Jabari. You know how Jabari be sitting back on the set, he be sideways, he be like,
Nah,
yeah,
Jabari be like, and this is the challenge. This is the
yeah,
challenge
yeah.
we have with
The
people
fact
like
of the
TK
matter
now.
is, guys, yeah, Jabari be tripping me out.
Hey,
All right,
Jabari be kicking ass though. Jabari be kicking ass. You gotta tip your hat to that man.
wait a minute, man.
I only seen him lose. I only seen him lose like once.
Who was that too? You
I
must,
thought your
you
boy
must have
got
seen
him.
him in ours debate.
No, I was gonna say he went against Tazariak one time, and I just knew he was gonna win. And yeah, I felt like Tazariak had him on the ropes, man. He was trying to switch his argument up. You know what I mean? It wasn't the same old Jabari.
Yeah,
We
got a classic underground debate that when the Lions Den first started, and the topic was did the ancient Egyptians worship? Did they believe that Osiris was a god or just a principle? Man, this dude started talking about Moses and stoning people. He's way off topic. Crying to Daniel Haru. Yeah, I spanked him. That's why he'll never show that debate, but we got it. So
who was this person? Was this person a Kemetic that started talking about Moses and stuff?
We're talking about Jabari, unless you get back to the topic.
He was talking about Jabari.
Nah, when you were saying that somebody was debating about the principle and stuff like that, and he started talking about Moses and stuff.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, this was Jabari. Our debate was about Osiris, and he was asking me about should we stone people, and just way off topic. So
that's what a lot of committed people do.
Yeah.
Why? My bad. Yeah, like why do, like, even when y'all know y'all have a topic about ancient Kemet only, y'all gotta talk about the Bible still? Like, it's about Kemet. Y'all agreed to the topic. Like that when they had the Kemet on trial. This nigga Shaka up Moses up here talking about the Jewish side of Israel. Nigga, what this got to do with Kemet being on trial?
Right. Well, let's get back to you. I was just trying to pass some time until you got back. But go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, I wasn't sure when he fell off. Did you hear my answer, bro? Because I didn't know you had fell off. I was still talking.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard your answer. So check this out. We debate. Since you wanted to try to talk about my status as being a people's champ, I was gonna let you make it for the first two rounds, but I'm gonna just end you in the first 5 minutes.
Oh damn.
Yeah, cause I was gonna be nice to you and shit like that. But you're gonna be gone in probably like the 5th minute and a 32-second. The 5th minute and 32-second of my first round.
Oh damn.
Which mean if it's a 10-minute round, that's 4 minutes and 28 seconds. You will be dead.
Okay. We're gonna put a date on
don't
this?
talk about my status of it. Don't talk about my status no more.
These guys making some bold claims. I cannot wait for this debate. Before y'all get back into your information, can we at least get a date of when we gonna do this, and then y'all can get back to it. Just let me so I can write that down.
We can do this because I work the 2 days next. I work the 2 days next weekend. So I'm gonna be here 7 days next weekend. From Monday through Sunday. What about the Saturday after? Yeah, the Saturday after this Saturday. No, I mean next Saturday. Cause I'm available
Okay.
Saturday and
So you said
Sunday
3
on
weeks?
that. No, not
What
3 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks from today?
No. Yeah.
So it'll be 2
Is
weeks.
that good with you? Is that good with you, Andrew?
Yeah. What date is that on the Jubilee calendar?
Good one, Andrew.
You're 7,530.
I get
You're
him the court.
7,536 million. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm just talking crazy. But nah,
What
2
year is
weeks is
that on the
good.
committed calendar?
Uh-oh.
I like that.
What year
I
is
told
that
you I
on the
like
committed
him.
calendar?
I don't know, sir. I don't
All
know.
right, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
That's what you're gonna be saying in the Q&A the whole round.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I quit.
no monster. All right. So let me. Okay, so 2 weeks from today, I looked that up. Excuse me. All right. So basically, what? Okay, now give me the title too. Then y'all can freestyle after that. What is the title?
What did you come up with, Corey?
Is the Torah influenced by Egypt? Is the you want to do? Is the Torah influenced by by Egypt?
Yeah,
By
I didn't want
Kemet?
to use Egypt. Yeah, I would like to say Kemet.
Yeah, Kim. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And what date was
Yeah,
that though? What is this? It's that in
2
October?
weeks from
What,
today.
that's what I'm saying. What is it? It's
it's the 8th. I think it's the 8th.
October
Okay.
8th. Are we hold on, let
Oh,
me
oh
talk to
no,
my
no, no,
girl.
no. It's the 7th. It's the 7th.
Okay. October
October,
7th.
when are we going?
That's on a Sunday, right, Corey?
I
Let me
think
look
it's
it up.
Saturday. It could be the 7th or the 8th with me. It don't matter.
Okay, let's
We
do it
can
on
be
a
out of town the
Saturday.
7th or 8th.
You know, yeah.
And it'll be at 5 o'clock.
2 hours.
Okay.
That's
So
cool.
October 7th. That's a
You
Saturday.
with it though? I don't want to disrespect. That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Hold up, y'all. Somebody
Good.
talk.
My bad.
Hold
I
up.
was talking to my girl. Her birthday October 4th. So I was trying to make sure that we weren't gonna be. We was talking about Vegas. You know what I mean? I was trying to
Oh,
make sure I
okay.
wasn't. I can't disrespect. You know what I mean? Get punched in the
Yeah.
face. You know what I mean? Like, like I gotta dip off for 3 hours to beat up Tacori.
Happy wife, happy life. That's how it goes for us men.
Yeah. So he said the Saturday or Sunday. Which one you want to do,
What?
JJ?
Which one better? Hey, I'm good on either day. You know.
I think
So
it'll probably
I
be
do
better on the
Sunday. I could do Sunday.
Okay, let's do Sunday. That way,
and that's the 8th, right?
It,
yeah.
if Yeah, the 8th at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or 5 o'clock
Not
Central.
Central.
Okay, so 6 p.m. Eastern Time, because that'd be 5 y'all time.
Yeah.
Y'all good with that?
No,
And let me
6
ask you
p.m.
this.
Not 6 a.m. I want to. You heard me, JJ? 6 a.m.
Damn.
I want to kill him before breakfast. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
They say kill him before breakfast.
Yeah.
Before he eat his pork, and you don't eat pork, but yeah.
Yeah, I do sometimes, but I don't. But hey, he talking about working on the Sabbath. He want this work on a Sunday.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you want this work on a Sunday.
That's
I
not.
heard boys be getting stoned for picking up sticks. What they gonna do to you?
We ain't got no Shabbat on a Sunday. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I forgot. I forgot.
Where's the
So
Shabbat at in Kemet?
I think it's on Friday. We turn up.
oh, Kim got a Shabbat? Oh shit.
Nah, I'm making up.
What?
We got holy days.
Nah,
Okay.
Kemet ain't got no Shabbat.
All right. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned. October 8th, that is Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did the 10 Commandments? Wait. Am I right? Did the Torah come from Kemet?
Was it influenced
That's a
by?
broad topic. Y'all sure y'all want that
Yeah,
topic, that title?
yeah, he gonna get beat up. He don't even
What's the
realize it.
what's the Torah? No, was the Torah
Okay.
influenced by
Now, so
Kemet?
that's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Yep.
Oh man, let me write
I'm
that
not even
down.
gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bring up Proverbs. He know about the play.
Oh,
Now Proverbs, I can say plagiarism. I
oh,
usually
oh,
don't use
oh.
that word because plagiarism is a sharp, harsh word. You know what I mean? That you got to really be able to prove it. But if we get to talking about
It's crazy because you
Proverbs,
don't.
whew,
It's
go
crazy
ahead.
because you don't know what year none of those texts came out.
That's the craziest thing in the world.
It's
And he don't
crazy.
want it. He don't want it in our dates. He
He
wants
don't
it
know
in an
what year.
ancient date. He's like, give it to me in an ancient
Yeah,
date.
that's called primary
What?
sources, bro. That's called
Bro, I'm
primary sources.
I'm giving you the
Oh man,
scientific
y'all
sources,
funny.
bro. We know when they
Scientific,
had
bro,
scientific.
bro. Listen, you're talking about carbon dating, bro.
Bro,
That's
carbon
what you're
dating was the
talking about.
80s. That's what I'm
You
saying. Carbon dating was the 80s. You gotta upgrade, bro. This is 2023. They got real dating, bro. The dating systems have been tried and proved. It's science. It's we can do
so
it over
so
and over
so so
again and
what
predict.
what type of work have you done to prove these dates?
So,
Are you
so
asking
real
if I'm
quick,
a
y'all. So now that
scientist?
we got the title and everything set up, y'all can kind of freestyle for a little bit, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Okay. So we got everything situated.
Nah.
Was the tour
Yeah, I'm done right.
influenced?
I'm done right now.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me get my monologue real quick. Hold on, let me get the camera on. Was the tour influenced by Kemet, ladies and gentlemen? This is gonna be a barn burner. We got two young heavyweights making their ways through the ranks, doing what they do with this information. Y'all hear me? Stay tuned. October 8th, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Lions Den, the world's hottest debate league. It's
Hey,
going
let me
down.
say something before we cut out. Can I say one thing before we
Yeah,
cut
y'all
out?
can talk for a little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. If the tour wasn't influenced by Kemet, how would you feel about it? Like, why would that hurt you?
If the tour was influenced by Kemet,
Yeah, like why would that be a negative in your life? Or are you just like I want to understand?
man, because I know about the things in ancient Kemet. Anybody would be hurt by it. Anybody with some morals.
But you know that like Joseph was given land from the Pharaoh, the land of Goshen. That's why
Yeah,
I asked you
because
about that.
because Joseph saved Pharaoh from a famine. They didn't even know when the
Bro,
famine was
he
coming.
he showed up from a
Joseph had to tell them that a famine is gonna come and take away everything from them, and they're gonna starve for 7 years. So they built sinews around Kemet and stocked up during that time. And then that's when the Pharaoh gave them land and livestock. So they wouldn't have been able to give us land or anything if we didn't tell them about the famine.
all right. So we see that he gave him the land. What did he give Abraham?
What did he give Abraham?
Yeah.
Uh, if I can remember, I think he did. Yeah, I think he gave him some land or something. But guess what Abraham gave him?
His sister, wife,
Nope.
and we gave it back to
Mathematics.
you. Bro, come on.
Mathematics.
Bro, you know that's fake. Don't do that. Don't be one of those.
Okay. We'll see about that.
We already had an empire when he pulled up. He pulled up to an empire.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Cause I could show you
Okay.
how the common people didn't even know what's 2 + 2.
I don't know what you call coming. It might have been some retarded person, but they already had like buildings and structures that you
No, we're
needed math to
talking
build.
about common people, the common people of the land, not retarded people, bro. Common people, regular people that wasn't pharaohs, that was committed.
I'm saying that the builders, the people that built the stuff, knew math.
What about the other? What about the common people?
I mean, that was y'all. I mean, the desert dwellers, that would be y'all. Y'all
No,
walk up
oh
there
my
in the
God, bro.
tents.
We talking about the Egyptians that wasn't in power, the non-builder Egyptians, comedics.
Yeah, you can find it's dumb people everywhere. You can find a dumb Egyptian that don't know 1 + 1, I guess.
This guy crazy.
But I'm saying like you talking to
So
like
you
he didn't
calling the
bring
common
mathematics.
person in Egypt dumb?
Yeah. If you don't know 1 + 1, then you dumb, my nigga. Yeah. And we talking back then. There wasn't no schools.
What?
Bro,
Okay,
we
okay.
talking about 1 + if you can't get the 2, if you can't 1 + 1, come on, man. If you can't do that, something wrong with you.
I wonder what was going on in Kemet for the only motherfuckers that was smart in Kemet was the pharaohs and the niggas that was in power, and all the other Kemetic citizens was idiots.
Nah, you said the people that don't know 1 +
Yeah,
1.
yeah, common don't mean retarded, bro. Common mean the citizens, the Kemetic citizens.
Nah, you gave me a weird like question. You said if somebody don't know 1 + 1 is they stupid. And I'm like, yeah.
Now I told you that the common people, which are the citizens of Egypt, the ancient Egyptian citizens that was there, they did not know math like that. They were very basic in math.
Okay. I don't know how they handled all that grain and had your mans that was sold into slavery. We made him in charge of money. We already had money in counting. I don't know what you're trying to say. We already had currency, coins, all that. I don't know what you're trying to say. Like you know what I mean? But I just wanted to make sure we understood that Abraham received a lot of stuff from a Pharaoh, that Jacob received a lot of stuff from a Pharaoh, Joseph, Moses, and then you're
Well, if
saying
you're
you're
gonna
not
go by the
influenced. Hey,
Bible, if you're gonna
I'm
go
going
by the
by the Bible. Hold on,
Bible,
let me finish. Let me get this off real quick. I got one for you. The reason you know you influenced is because when Buddy went up on the mountain to get the 10 Commandments, they started worshiping an Egyptian god. Matter of fact, how many times did God get
we're
mad
talking
at
about cultural
what?
aspect.
How many times did God get mad at them for worshiping Egyptian gods? And then you're gonna stand on here and say that they weren't influenced by Egypt. You know how crazy you sound, my nigga. God got mad at you. God was like, yo,
Bro,
our
listen,
niggas
bro,
is
we're talking.
let me finish. I'm not
Dog,
gonna
come
the
on,
clock.
man.
Just
You gotta let
give me
somebody
like 10
speak, bro.
seconds. Give me 10 seconds. You can then count to 10 in your head. The nigga that made the stars and the moon said that y'all worshipped Egyptian gods. But you gonna try to tell me that y'all worshiping Egyptian gods is not influence. You gonna die on October 8th, bro. It's Big Drew in the building.
Dog, you really don't know what the Torah is, don't you? You know what? I'm gonna let you think that. I'm gonna let you think that. You're gonna go in the debate. I'm gonna let you think like that. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you think like that. Since you think that's right, I'm gonna let you think like that. You are 100% correct, Andrew.
Thank you. Because what's the
That's
golden
very
calf?
logical.
The
That
golden
is
calf?
very
The
that.
golden calf ain't Egyptian?
Oh yeah, that is very logical. Yeah. That is. We're not talking about Israelites. We're talking about the Torah, the cultural practice of the Israelites, meaning
Fam.
what the Torah told us to do, what the Torah said for us to do, not what the Torah said for us not to do. When you see the
I'm
Israelites
saying real
worshiping the
life.
calf, that's what the Torah told us. Dude, you gotta let me speak, bro. You
Go
gotta,
ahead. You
when
be
we talk
pausing
about the
like you gonna
Torah,
stop.
we're talking, bro. No, I don't. I be speaking. That be your headphones, and you be interrupting. But look, we're talking about the culture aspect of what the Most High said for us to do, not for the stuff that Israel fell off and did. Because the scripture said, "You have no other gods before me." Meaning anything that's besides the Most High that the Israelite worship is not culture. It's not Torah. Just because it's in the Torah don't mean it's Torah. Like the scripture says, man shall not lie with another man. But if a man is a homosexual in the Torah, that don't mean that the Torah is this homosexual culture of the Torah. It's just saying that this person is a homosexual in the Torah, but and it is in violation of the Torah. So when you're talking about the golden calf, that's a violation of our cultural aspect. When you're talking about the calf, when you're talking about us worshiping other gods, our culture doesn't approve it. That's why it says, you shall not have any other gods before me. You shall not worship graven images. This is why the Most High was about to kill them, because they was worshiping other cultures, not the culture of the Most High, which is one true God, not no calf, not no tangible image, none of that. That's why I
I
said you
got
got the
you.
same argument other people have, and it was
Nah,
beat up,
you ain't heard that. You ain't heard my stuff, my joints. I let you go too. I didn't cut you off at all. But
bro.
that was a better response.
Shaka. I heard that. I heard that from Shaka. I heard that from Brother Polite. I heard that from comedics in here. I heard that from Asylum Cop. I heard that from all them comedics. It's the same thing, bro. It's the
For
same
sure.
thing. The
Okay, we gonna
worshiping of
find
the
out.
golden calf. That's Kemet.
I mean,
That's the cow goddess.
we gonna yeah.
You're
I
gonna
mean, you
have to
know it
show
though.
how that's approved in the Torah.
No, you just making up
Is it
rules.
improved? Is it approved in the Torah?
No,
Tacori.
it's Tacori. It's my
When you
time. I heard
stop,
you
man,
out.
he be thinking it's time for you to come in. So you just kind of messing him up with the time. If you say this, then you stop for a second. Then he thinking you done. So I'm saying just when you stop, just let him know that you're
No,
done.
that's probably my phone. My phone tripping.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, man, this is gonna be. Go ahead, Andrew, the student, and then we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
Okay. Well, I'll give my This is my final joint.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to. We're gonna talk about this topic. I think it's a good topic, and I like this brother. We're gonna have some fun. I don't want to be divisive because I think us being historical is gonna make us stronger. It's gonna make you a stronger Hebrew. It's gonna make me a stronger Christian. You know what I mean? We gotta be real with the history, even if it says things that we don't like. You know what I'm saying? It may be something that we personally don't like, but if it's historic, damn it, it's historic. You know what I mean? There's no way around it. We don't want to get into extracurricular making up things just to make things feel better for yourself. We're gonna have to accept history. So I think it's gonna be a good discussion. That's why I asked him, like, would it be bad if it was influenced by them? Like, he needs to think about both sides of it. But I don't want to be divisive. I don't want to do the Kemet versus Hebrew. We the same people. We the same people. And a lot of our beliefs are the same. And that's who I rock with in real life. If you pull up in Indiana and you see me somewhere, I'm probably gonna be around 4 or 5 Hebrews going back and forth, talking shit, having fun. You know what I mean? So I think this should be a good conversation, and I'm gonna try to be respectful because I respect what y'all on.
Yeah, and brother
I
Andrew,
look
go ahead
forward.
and tell everybody real quick the name of your music venture and where they can find you at and what you do.
Okay. Andrew Hunt, I'm a like music producer, music promoter. Um, I create music videos, reels. I do marketing campaigns. Up here in Indiana, we ran out like big boy, like venues that hold like 6,000 people, and we pack it out. We just brought like who we bring? They brought Sada Baby up here, Bobby
Oh, Cyberpunk.
Valentino.
Yeah.
Um, who was here? Sukiana was here last night. It be
Freaky
a lot of big
Sukiana.
artists.
He's a freak.
Yeah. So they be up here and we rocking with them. We got some dope local artists that we're trying to push to be nationals. And they got motion. You know what I mean? So y'all should go to my page, Numbers Media Group. Check out these people, man. They some young, bright, talented people, and I stand behind them. I feel like they taking it somewhere that I couldn't take it in my youth. So they really inspire me. And I give it a lot of my time and my treasure. You know what I mean? So that's what I be doing in my real life. And then on the weekends, I beat up on Hebrews. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? So I want to have a good conversation with TKO, the people's champ. You know what I mean? We're gonna
yeah.
have a good time.
And when JJ get to dropping these bars, I'm gonna tell you before it starts. This is my new ghostwriter. I got some
Yeah,
ops that I need to clap back at. Just letting you know.
we got you. We got you.
Go ahead, TKO. Before the debate, you're gonna have to fix that delay,
Yeah,
man.
like I said.
Go ahead, family.
Yeah, like I said. Yeah, like I said. this debate gonna be an easy win. You know, I mean, that's gonna be an easy win. You know, he said he beat up on Hebrews. I doubt it. Just because you say you beat up on somebody, don't mean you're beating up on somebody. Just point blank, period. So, you know, you say I gotta see you beat up on the Hebrew, because I really doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if a Hebrew know about Kemet. Ain't no way in heck you gonna win anything if a Hebrew know about Kemet. You may be probably talking about a Hebrew that don't know about Kemet and probably don't know the Bible like that. But a real Hebrew, a real Israelite, I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I know you're trying to get a reaction, which is fine, but you know, it you're gonna get beat, bro. I'm gonna show you what influence truly is. I'm gonna show you how that little calf stuff that you're talking about is is a missed shot. Because if you can't prove that the Torah told us to worship that gold calf, that's a Jedi shot, bro. Meaning you gonna miss.
All right,
I'm
ladies and
done.
gentlemen, I want y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, Tacori, go ahead. You
No, I
be
said I
doing them.
was done.
Oh, okay. So you be doing them pauses like apostle. I be thinking apostle done. And then he'll come right back in because you know he do it. But yeah, I want everybody to welcome the newest member of the Lions Den, Andrew the student, man. We bringing talent from all over the goddamn world to the den. He is now the newest member of the Lions Den. So this is your family, brother. So whenever you want to come on, do music. I say, JJ, I need the panel. I need the panel today. I check the schedule. You are more than welcome to come on here anytime and do what you do. That's for anybody. You see what I'm saying? So, like I say, October 8th, Sunday. Is it Sunday, y'all? Yeah, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Was the tour influenced by Kemet? It's gonna be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, here I come. Like 7 minutes, bro. So, all right, I gotta get ready to go do some work, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we finna end this. So, like I say, man, y'all stay tuned to the Lions Den. It's going down. We got all kind of matches and discussions coming up. So please like, share, and subscribe to the Lions Den so you don't miss anything. So with that being said, hey, before you two brothers leave out, at least show your face one time so the audience can see, you know, the two. I like to see the whites of your eyes when I'm debating somebody. Can you pop on the camera? There you go. He in the dark. There you go.
I'm driving. Let me see.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm in the whip. What's good? What's good?
There you go. Tacori, pop yours on real quick, and then we gonna get up out of here. Tacori, so the y'all can see who you debating.
Yeah.
But,
So I'm headed to get some Swishers.
okay, yeah, do what you gotta do, man.
You know
Brother Tacori, what's going on, man? Can you show your opponent your face?
He might have stepped away. You know he got that delay. He gonna hit that in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, let's get up. All right. Well, anyway, hey, I appreciate y'all, you know, and like I say, I'll have a blessed evening. I'm gonna get back to I gotta go do some work. I got something I gotta take care of. And yeah, man, it was a great build. I really appreciate that.
Hey, that was a good build, man. Good to hear from y'all. Y'all go get some money, man. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Sister Karima, are you there? Okay, everybody.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I don't. Tacori might have fell off. Let's go ahead and get up out of here with Lions Den Cipher or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's go. If you got that on deck. If not, what was you gonna play? But we up out of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all Tyrone, Mississippi. I see you in the building. You're a little bit late. I don't know what's going on with you. You usually here on time. But like I said, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we are up out of here. Lions in the building. Shalom, barakatah.
Praise you, Most High. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Colo, what we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Khalid.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they trying to blackball you. Like what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate this right here. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on yourself. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we casting flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespected and we check. The bank that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant miss. See, I still deal with ox direct. Cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic. Look, I employ slavery. I'll if you broke your head. Yeah, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he understood my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. Most I told me, be still, give her room to work. Know my movie work. Your faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Getting the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Trying to map my movement, got my haters pondering. The ops set the question there, they wanna know if you still lit. It hit different, you authentic, a lot of ops pretending. We do it for the Lord, got my own motion, who are you to judge? Put Most High first, none above. Take in the spirit, we locked in, they'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah, we spit them scripts, they bailing out. Came on slave ships, then you not blind. You know they tell you everything. Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail that train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel heat. Must go get it. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still.